Hello, folks. Game 5 of ALCS 2008 Super Advanced Playoffs. I'm Tenacious Earl. This is Tabletop Baseball Plus, and we're going to try to sneak a game in here before bedtime. I may be checking the comments occasionally, but I really want to keep my attention on the game, and hopefully you all appreciate that as well. But feel free to comment if you're on the live stream here. Do appreciate having people around watching the games live, but like I said, I will check occasionally, but don't be surprised if I'm not always the most attentive. So, night game, we're in Los Angeles, Angel Stadium, well, Anaheim, greater Los Angeles area. And so it's a night game in October with a 2. It's going to be good conditions, so good, be the best scoring opportunities you can get. Wait, I thought that was 15. It's 14s. Helps to learn how to read, Earl. So 14s for ballpark singles, 1 to 14 chances. That's what that is. And then for ballpark home runs, it will be 5 for lefties, 8 for righties. Okay, so John Lester will be pitching for the Red Sox. Angels have John Lackey on the mound. Joe Saunders could go on 3 days rest, but I think we will hold him back for Game 7 most likely if necessary, and that would also give him the opportunity to start him in Game 1 of the World Series if they can, because they'll use Irvin Santana on 3 days rest for Game 6 most likely. Okay, so and Lester's going on 4. So let me see. Let me just check them real quick before we go. What does cocoa stay crisp in milk? That is a great question. You'd have to ask him maybe. All right, so Red Sox lineup. I guess you can see Coco Crisp is leading off in center. A little bit of a change up in the lineup here for the Red Sox, doing things a little differently. So it'll be Crisp in center, Pedroia second base, Drew in right, Ortiz DH, Euclid first base, Veritek catching, Lowell third base, Cora shortstop, and Ellsbury the left fielder. So giving Jason Bay the day off. And so I guess I don't know if I mentioned names. James Barr, Tried fan, Mark Russell, hello all you all, and anybody else who is on the channel here. And so that's against Lackey, righty. For the Angels against the lefty, Lester, I'll go through the lineup here. Be Figgins at second base, and then Ibar shortstop, Teixeira first, Guerrero DH, Hunter in center, and then going Juan Rivera in left, Napoli catching. Rob Quinlan gets a start at third base in place of Brandon Wood. He'll get Wood has been the shortstop, but they're gonna give him the day off against a lefty, and then Matthews Jr. will round it out in the 9-hole in right field. And let's go. See who takes a 3-2 lead after this one, and it'll be Crisp leading off against Lackey, and that will be a strikeout to start off the game. Good start for the Angels. Dustin Pedroia, grounder back to Lackey, and he soft tosses to the first baseman for the out. Teixeira, and then 2 outs. Lefty 5-9, a strikeout. Lackey 1-2-3. Boston down in the first. Hi, Herb. Get a chance to sneak a peek while we're switching up the cards. And so let's go right into it here. Lester on the mound. We got to look from the left side of the hitter's cards. Chone Figgins, 1-6, a single. So good start. Now Lester pretty good at holding. Of course, later in his career, not quite as good at. Actually, I think his I can't believe he's that good at holding, even at this point in his career. But they give him a -2, and Veritek is 0 arms. So Figgins is probably not you can steal, but Ibar could be up there to hit and run, and because they're holding on Figgins, and they'll give that a shot here. A 6, so because they're holding Figgins on, Ibar is an A hit and run. Well, it's a 4-6, my bad. Off the pitcher's card, you go off the pitcher's card, that is a strikeout, which means that is a, with an A hit and run off the pitcher's card, I believe that is a grounder to first. C. Yes, it is. So that'll be a 3-1, and the runner moves up. So 1 out, not a strikeout. Instead, it's a useful grounder, and here is Teixeira. 6'10", batting from the right side. Wait a second. Did I... Yeah, you know what? I looked from the wrong side with Ibar. He is a switch hitter. So I'm thinking about this again. So he's a switch hitter. I mean, he's batting from the right against Lester. That'd be a walk, and all that does is just change the... It's going to be a grounder to second, so my bad. So we'll get back to the Teixeira's at bat. That's a 4-3. Still the same result. So 6'10", he's batting from the right. That's a fly ball to center. Crisp 2-E3, 2 and 6 is going to be an F2. Not going to be able to advance on that most likely. And then the E3 and a 14. No error. Let's just double check here with an F2 and a runner at second. It has to be at third. So that'll be caught by Crisp, 2 outs, just making sure. Guerrero. 1-3 ballpark single, 1-14, but it will not score the run. That's a 2. First and third with 2 outs. Going to bring up Torrey Hunter. Can Hunter come through? 111, that's a grounder to third base, and all the way to first for the out. 2 hits, both left. No score. He gets... oh, yeah. Cocoa Crisp gets soggy. Now I got you there, Herb. Speaking of soggy, a little rain tonight. I realized that I have a little egress to my basement, and must be the other night it overflowed a little bit into my basement. So I have my fan, which is usually blowing on me here lately to keep it cooler in here. It is now just kind of fanning off the area that was wet. So doing a pretty good job, but I'm starting to feel a little warm here. So Ortiz, lefty 4-4, grounder to Quinlan, 4-E22, 4-3. That's going to be a base hit. So Ortiz is going to get on, and let's see, E22 and 11, no error. But Ortiz reaches. Ortiz is going nowhere. Euclid. 2-7, 1-2 would be a single. Otherwise, it'll be a grounder to second with the runner advancing, and it's a 2. So back-to-back singles on relatively. Let's see, on unlikely singles, I would say. But now first and second, the Ortiz and Euclid have done really well here in LA. So Veritek now with a couple on and nobody out. That is a 3-6, and he strikes out. So Lackey looking to come back here. He'll face Lowell this time. 3-9, and that'll be a grounder to third. That'll be a 5-4-3 and end the inning. And so still no score as they leave 1. And it will be Rivera leading off the second for the Angels. Got 7 on the channel. Welcome, everybody. Game 5 of this ALCS. All knotted at 2. And with a 6-12, Rivera is not the DH, so there's no pitcher injury. But 6-12, grounder to first. That'll be Euclid. Euclid, a good fielder. 1E6. 1 and 3. He will get to it with nobody on base. And he makes the play. Making sure. E6. E6 and 13, right? First base, E6, 13. That is an error. So, a rather unlikely error there for Rivera. And so Napoli comes to the plate with Rivera at first, not trying to steal. Righty 5-5, ground at third base, and that will be a double play, just like in the top half of the inning. That'll be Lowell to Pedroia to Euclid in time. Drawing a blank there for a second. Rob Quinlan with 2 outs. 1-7. There is a single that would have been good had that been a little bit better of a grounder for Napoli to get that runner to second. That would have scored. But anyway, so Matthews Jr. now. Quinlan on first. Let's see, is he... Well, they'll let Matthews Jr. hit with 2 outs. 6-7 batting from the right side. Grounder to second. That's Pedroia. 1E6, 20. He gets to it. And 7, he should make the play. Yes, he does. And that will end the inning. Okay, going to the third. Some good pitching matchups in this series for the most part. Especially when you consider their 2008 matchups as opposed to more recent. Why is this looks a little fuzzy to me, but well, it almost seems like it's because of the light. And let's try. What happens if I do this? We're going to try that. It's a lot of shine here, but well, anyway, I guess we will have to make do. Cora will lead off against Lackey. Batting from the left, 5-6, grounded to first base. And that'll be Teixeira taking it to the bag himself, Ellsbury. 3-9, grounded to short. Ibar playing short for the first time in a few games. Throws to first for the out. That's with Kendrick injured. Coco Crisp, lefty for 6. 1-4 would be a double. Otherwise, it'll be a harmless fly ball to center. And that is how the inning, this half of the inning will end. 1-2-3 again for Lackey. A couple of those innings. And then the second inning, which... let's see, what happens if I do this? No, that gets it right in the way. Well, boy, it's a bright light, isn't it? Kind of a tough situation all around. Go back to the way it was. Okay. So Figgins to face Lester to lead off. So looking at the left side of the card, 5-11 against a righty. fly ball to left field. Underneath it, Ellsbury, and he makes the grab. Eric Ibar, 2-8, that's a pop-up. Shallow pop-up moving out is Cora. Underneath it, he grabs it for the second one. And here is Teixeira, batting from the right, 5-7 as a single with 2 outs. Puts a runner on for Vlad Guerrero. (2-7), and that's a grounder to shortstop, and it'll be 6-4 on the fielder's choice to end the third. So still zeros on the scoreboard. Hopefully the lighting is okay. I'm realizing that there is quite a bit of glare using that other light, but hopefully it's not too bad. So the fourth inning upon us, and it's going to be Pedroia, Drew, and Ortiz. Batting from the right, 6-6 strikes. No, wait, 6-6. That is a double. My bad. He does not strike out. So he laces into one, and it just goes and goes and goes and keeps rolling. And early trouble for Lackey here in the fourth. Seems like the even innings are his problem. J.D. Drew at the plate. 1-5, and there's another single. And they're going to hold Pedroia at third. Even though he is speedy, they're going to hold him up. So it'll be, they'll play with the infield back here for Ortiz. First and third, nobody out. And a potential passed ball. 1-4 for Napoli. And it's a 15, so no passed ball there. But Ortiz, a lefty 4-10, catcher X. Could be another chance at a ball getting away from Napoli. He's a 3 and a 20. Well, that might actually help the Angels out here. They might give up a run, but they might get 2 outs out of this. Let's see. A 3 and a 20. Well, that's a G2, so that will only get the lead runner at second. And let's just make sure he doesn't have, and that shouldn't be an error. So that's going to be a 2-6. In comes the run. Or wait. Hold on. Maybe not. G2. First and third. Force. Yep, other runners advance a base. So that will score the run. Fielder's choice. So an RBI for Ortiz. 1-0 Boston. And now with Ortiz at first, it'll be Euclid. 2-7. Excuse me. 2-7, a 1-2 would be a single. Grounder to second base. Somehow Ortiz gets there ahead of the throw. Or ahead of any chance at a throw. Okay, that's the second out. So Ortiz at second with 2 away. And it'll be Veritek. 2-3, a fly ball to right field will be caught by Matthews Jr., but Boston does get on the board. 1-0 on the RBI ground out by David Ortiz. Just swinging bunt, ended up in front of the plate and couldn't make the relay in time. So, all right, bottom of the fourth, and it's Torrey Hunter. Call maintenance for cleanup. High farm one. All right, so Torrey Hunter, 6-8, batting from the right, and that is going to be trouble for Lester. Could it get into the gap deep enough? And it does. That's a double. So Angels looking to respond, and it will be Juan Rivera and it's leaning, so let's re-roll it. 1-8, a grounder to short, no advancement from Hunter, and that'll be an out. So unproductive out there from Rivera. Napoli at the plate. 3-9 strikes out. Are they going to leave this double hanging in the wind? And here is Quinlan. That is a 5-9 from the right, and another strikeout to finish off that potential rally. Still 1-0 Boston. ALCS. Okay, one moment as I take care of some business here. We're going to the 5th inning. Boston looking to take that 3-2 series lead back to Beantown. Will it happen? Or will the Angels find a way back into this and force Boston to win 2 up there? So Lowell against Lackey, 6-8 righty, 1-17. That would be a single. 1-17, a single, and a 13. So Boston has had the D20 working their way to this game. They will. They're not holding Lowell on, but they're going to swing away with Cora. 3-4, a grounder to first B. So that will get the lead runner. 3-6, fielder's choice. Unproductive out there. Jacoby Ellsbury. 5-10, batting from the left, a grounder to short. This could be 2 if Ibar can get it together. They weren't holding on the runner, so it's 2E33. 2-7. That is going to get the lead runner again, and E33 is the real question, and a 15 is an error, so that will be an E6, and going to keep this inning going in a negative direction for the Angels. So first and second with 1 out in Coco Crisp. 6-9, batting from the left side. That is a ballpark home run. He is normal power, but batting from the left, that makes him it's a 1-5 chance, and it's an 8. That will be a fly ball caught in right by Matthews Jr., and no advancement, so that's 2 outs. Big out there, and here's Pedroia, who is dangerous. First and second, 2-9 will be a grounder to second, and over to first with is Figgins for the out, and Lackey works around trouble in the 5th. Still 1-0 Sox, and it'll be Matthews Jr. to lead off, and then back to the top of the order, Figgins and Ibar. Batting from the right side, 4-9 will be a strike. Oh, wait, 4-9. Look, I was looking at 1-9. 4-9. 1 would be a triple for Matthews Jr. 2-20, a single. That's a 20. But that's a good start. Figgins will be up there swinging away. Potential wild pitch. 1-2 for Lester. And it's a 3. He gets away with it. Digs that out of the dirt. 4-6 righty. That's a walk. First and second, nobody out. Ibar. Yeah, he's gonna. They're not expecting it. He's gonna come up laying down the bunt. Gonna try and move these guys over. So, little sack bunt opportunity here, and it's a 7 on an A. So A7, that's a sacrifice, and that will be a grounder to third. Charging in, throwing to first, only play 5. Well, we'll say 5-3. Euclid retreats, but everybody moves up, and we'll see if the strategy pays off or if it doesn't work out. So now it's going to be Teixeira with runners at second and third. They could walk him to set up the double play, but then you're going to face Guerrero with a lefty. So they're going to stick with Teixeira. 3-9. Well, they're going to walk him, so that will load the bases. And now it'll be Vlad Guerrero with nowhere to put him. And a potential wild pitch again, 1 or 2. 20, so no wild pitch. But the infield will be back looking for a double play to get out of this inning. 4-6 righty and another walk. That is going to force home the tying run. And in comes Matthews Jr. and Lester gets a little wild, and that makes it 1-1. That brings up Torrey Hunter again with the bases loaded. They will still play back looking for 2. Righty, 5-7, and that's a single into left. Goes through the infield. In comes Figgins. Teixeira rounding third. And he's going to hold up with 1 out. So a little station-to-station movement here. 2-1 Angels. That brings up Juan Rivera. Boston is going to have to start thinking about some bullpen movement here. They're going to get Masterson warming up, looking maybe for a couple innings of relief. All right, so now they're going to play. They will still play with it back. They want to. They want to get out of this inning. So Rivera, 3-4, grounded to third base, but they're not going to get the pivot around in time, and Rivera beats it out. So that is going to score the third run. Fielder's choice, 5-4, and that makes it 3-1. Teixeira comes in, Rivera gets an RBI, and so now 3 across, Napoli at the plate, corners, 2 out. Righty 5-12, grounder to first, Euclid. Already with an error in this game. He needs to be sure-handed with this. He gets to this one. 14, I think, will be the play is made, and it is 3-1 to end the inning. But 3 across for the Angels. Little small ball to get those runners over, and they both come in. So Lackey now with a 2-run lead. Go into the 6th inning. And both Lackey can go to 7 without being tired. But here is Drew. And he'll draw a walk. Good patience to start an inning where they would like to get right back into this. Here is Ortiz. 2-10. Ballpark home run chance for a lefty is 1-5. And right field, I believe, right field was a no-go. Angel Stadium, right field is tall. That one is out of here. Home run Ortiz, and all of a sudden it's tied right back up. No check for a robber. That is gone on a 1-5 ballpark home run. And the Red Sox get right back into it, just as Lackey gets, wait a minute. I got that right? 2-10 against a righty. Ballpark home run, yes. Okay, so Euclid, righty 6-5. Another, back-to-back home runs. Is that going to happen? This one is way out of here on a 14. Back-to-back jacks. 4-3, Boston on top, and the Angels have to start getting their bullpen warming up. Get John Garland going here in the 6th, and no outs, 3 across, and it'll be Veritek. 6-11 from the left side of ballpark single, 1-14, and the hits just keep coming. Lackey is a 7-inning starter, so no fatigue yet, but they're going to have to think about something here soon. So Lowell with runner at first, nobody out. Righty 4-11, a ground to third base. That will be a welcome double play ball, and that gets him 2 outs, and the base is clear. And Alex Cora, lefty 5-10, grounded to short, I-bar 2, E33, 17, he gets to it, and a 7 on an E33 makes the play to end the inning, but 3 runs, 4-3, back and forth affair here. And, well, the Red Sox are going to go to the pen. Masterson will. Lester hasn't been at his best, but now with a lead, they're going to try and bridge it over to the later parts of the bullpen. So Masterson comes in the 6th. We'll face 8-9-1. Quinlan, Matthews Jr., and so we're looking from the right side of the card now. Lester with a chance to win this game. 3-6 grounder back to the pitcher. Masterson makes the play, 1 out. 2-7 for Matthews Jr., grounder to second. It's going to be caught by Pedroia and thrown to first, and Figgins now with 2 away. 2-9 strikeout, so nothing doing for the Angels in the home half of the 6th. 4-3 Boston. 1 run in the 4th, then 3 in the bottom of the 5th for the Angels to take the lead, and then Boston comes right back. And for the 7th, the Angels will go to John Garland, trying to have him eat an inning or 2. As, let's see, Arredondo pitched almost 2 innings in the previous game. And K-Rod has also been pitched, so it'll be Ellsbury facing Garland to start here in the 7th. Lefty 4-10. Well, that'll be a walk. Garland really good at holding runners, so Ellsbury is going to stay put for crisp. Potential wild pitch, 1-4. It's a 20. Hi, Scott. 3-4. That'll be a grounder to short. 6-4-3. Double dip there for Garland, getting him to ground into the I-bar to Figgins to share a double play. And now Pedroia, 2 outs, 6-5 righty. Fly ball to right will be caught by Matthews Jr. 7th inning stretch, 4-3 Boston. They will keep Masterson in here at 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. I-bar. Batting from the left side, 4-3 grounder to the third baseman. Lowell 2, E15, 2-16. He gets to it. And a 16 on the E15. And, oh, it's a 2-base error. He throws it into the stands. Third base, E15, and a 16 is a problem. So, I-bar all the way to second base on that errant throw. So Teixeira to the plate. 1-7, and that is more trouble. 1-9. This is going to score the tying run. 1-9, a double. It's an 8. In comes Ibar, and this game is tied at 4. Masterson gives up a run here, and it'll be Guerrero with a runner still in scoring position. Nobody out. 2-4, grounded to third base. No advanced opportunities there. Lowell throws to first for the out. Torrey Hunter. Yeah, we're unusual. That's why we gather here and not somewhere in real life. 4-8, righty. Fly ball to right field B. Yeah, I think the B is deep enough. Well, with 2 outs, you're not going to try and move Teixeira up. So with 2 outs, it'll be Rivera. Righty 4-7 strikes him out to end the inning. But they do get a run. We're going to the 8th, knotted at 4. These games have all been very, very close. And the Angels are going to go back to the pen. They will call on Shields here. Wait, you know what? Let's hold the horses on that. Who's coming up here? Drew Ortiz. They're going to call on Darren Oliver. As Garland, you really only should get 1 inning of work as in relief when you only have a starter rating. So JD Drew against the lefty Oliver. 3-9 ballpark home run for a lefty, 1-5, and it's a 9. That'll be caught in right for the out. David Ortiz. So Oliver gets away with that pitch. 2-7, 1-2's a double. Another 9. That's a fly ball to right as well for the second out. And now Kevin Youkilis. 2-4. He'll draw a walk. That brings up Veritek batting from the right-hand side. Righty 6-7, 1-12, a single. Otherwise, it'll be a line out to second. And it's a 17. That will get Oliver out of the inning. So still very close. As close as it can get. 4-4, bottom of the 8th. Boston is going to go back to the pen. And I got to look at who they have been using, who they used last game. It's Del Carmen, Okajima, and Bird. And they will bring in Timlin. So Papelbon is available. So Mike Napoli, bottom of the 8th. Can they get a run? 6-8 righty, pops up underneath it. Cora makes the catch. Rob Quinlan. They'll let Quinlan hit. .66 against a righty, grounded to third base. Lowell to first. Youkilis grabs it for the out, and now Matthews Jr. with 2 outs. 5-7 batting from the left side. That's a double. Can Chone Figgins keep the 2-out rally going? Batting from the left side. Runner at second, 2 outs. 4-2, that is, well, he's weak power. Left side 1 to 5 would be a single 2-star and would score the run. It's a 6. And I don't think that's going to be a liner. Well, no, we'll call it fly out to right field to end the inning. There can't be robbing when it's a non-home run shot. So fly out to right field to end the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're going to the 9th. I'm starting to get warm in here. So Oliver is done. They will, for the top of the 9th, they're going to ask Shields to come in. He's their de facto closer with Rodriguez a little gassed right now. Pitched the last 2 games and will be Lowell against Scott Shields. 4-4, and it's a 3-7. And he will single. Lowell knocks one over the head of the infield. And Alex Cora will come up with a runner at first. Not really too jazzed about the thought of bunting here. You could do that with Cora. You could also well, there's a couple things you could do here. They're going to pinch hit with Mark Kotze. So Kotze will come in here and try to move this runner along. Potential wild pitch against Shields. 1-6. 17, no wild pitch. Lefty 4-5, he strikes out. So that move didn't work so well. Jacoby Ellsbury. What do we got with Lowell on the base paths? Shields isn't good at holding. With 1 out, he's going to try and get a lead. Can he get one? Needs a 6. And he gets an 8, so no. So Ellsbury up here with 1 on and 1 out. Lefty 4-7, another strikeout. So that brings up Coco Crisp and well, it's either him or Jason Bay. I think we're going to go with Bay. So Jason Bay will get a pinch hit appearance here for Crisp. Facing Shields, 1 on and 2 outs. 3-11, that's a grounder to the pitcher, and so that's not going to work out. So no runs, 1 hit, and they're left. Yeah, so what are we going to do? We will leave Bay in the game. Lowry will come in to play short. So let's see, he's a 4E21. Oops. So he will take Cora's place. Lowry will. Bay will stay in Crisp's spot. Ellsbury is going to shift to center field. And so Bay is a 3+1. B4 and a runner at 13 speed. Let's see, is there any adjustment for Ellsbury moving over to center? I think not. Nope. Okay. So Shields does his work. And Boston will... Gonna have Javier Lopez. Pitch the 9th here. So it'll be the heart of the order. Ibar, Teixeira, and Guerrero facing Lopez. 2-9, a grounder to short plus an injury. Ibar, what was his 3? Yeah, he's definitely injury prone. And let's see, what is his injury situation? 3, he will be okay. So that's good. As far as they already have Kendrick out, so that would put them pretty thin, but that's 1 out. It's going to be extras. Mark Teixeira. 1-7 is a single. Brings up Vlad Guerrero. And they will call on Del Carmen in this situation. So Guerrero facing Del Carmen. Runner at first. 1 away. 6-4 righty. Ballpark home run. 1-8 for a righty. Will this end it? Is it going to be a walk-off? It is gone. Guerrero goes deep. The Angels bench storms the field. Guerrero comes home. They're all beating him in the head. They're just mobbing him. Look out for Kendrys Morales. It looks like he might be coming in for a nasty fall. But that is your ball game, and the Angels take this game by a score of 6-4. Walk-off home run, Vlad Guerrero on the 6-4. Del Carmen gets some bad luck there. That's probably the worst luck you could have had if you are a Red Sox fan. But you play the matchup game, and this time it burned him hard. So he is gone. And that is it. Your loss goes to Javier Lopez, the winner. Scott Shields, a nice inning of work. And they're going to go back to Boston with the Angels on the precipice of getting their way into the World Series. Probably it's been several years since, in 2008, since they had done it in the years of the Rally Monkey and all that stuff. So when Francisco Rodriguez was really just bursting on the scene at that point. But, wow, that's quite a game. You have those every once in a while. Sometimes you get them where... I tell you what, it's pretty interesting that I haven't really had a snoozer game lately. Although I guess the last one ended in a way that might have been considered a little anticlimactic, as the Red Sox scored 4 in the 10th and sort of made that final stretch run a little less. But that's great. So, all right. I get up for work early, and so this is kind of a late night for me. But I just want to thank everybody who hung in and watched this, and who supports our channel in a variety of ways, whether watching the games, providing feedback, Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. We enjoy um, being able to interact with you. I know that some games are more interactive than others. Some videos we get a chance to have a little talk. Others, when we get this late, not so much. Some games lend themselves, some like tabletop games lend themselves to it better. And I think Strat is a pretty good one for that when, it's a Saturday afternoon and you're just kind of like hanging out. So look forward to some of those, although this weekend I will be making my first trip to Citi Field for, I'm going to get to see the Subway Series up close and personal, which is going to be pretty cool. And get to see some friends that I haven't seen in a long time, which is going to be really excellent. Have a couple drinks, enjoy some good old-fashioned America's pastime at probably the most sought-after series. Maybe Yankees Red Sox. That's a very popular series for both neutrals and the fans of the teams. But Yankees Mets, I guess, is somewhat, it's not an oddity anymore. At one time it was when this was originally hatched by MLB, but now it's been going on for so long that 20 years, I bet, at this point, that it's just sort of almost an afterthought. It's probably to an extent, well, I was going to say it might have been maybe a little bit forgotten for a few years as the Yankees kind of took a downturn, but this year, with the Yankees being especially good, I would imagine there will be a lot of fans in pinstripes out there in Flushing. So yeah, it should be a great day. I think the weather is looking all right. So I just have to decide if I'm going to take my scorebook or if I'm just going to enjoy being around friends and just soaking in the atmosphere of a very very intense game. So anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. Again, we really enjoy having each of our subscribers being supportive of the channel, and we really don't want to take any of you for granted. And yeah, thanks a lot for your attention, and we will see you soon with Game 6 of this series. Well, no, we're going to do Game 5, or no, we're going to do Game 6 of the NLCS first, because that one will come on October 15th. So that will be great, and we'll see you then. Enjoy your tabletop sports for Tabletop Earl. This is Tenacious Earl, signing off. Have a great one, guys.